Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. So in today's video, we're going to be covering a few different topics. The first being a Chinese spy balloon being spotted over the northern part of the United States, going over some of the northern states. We're going to be discussing that and why the United States is not going to be shooting down that balloon, at least for now. We're going to be discussing why they're saying they're not, what it could potentially mean, and everything like that. In addition to that, Ilhan Omar was recently booted from her Foreign Affairs Committee assignment. We're going to be discussing why. And AOC, of course, doing what AOC does best, on the floor, getting very upset about that. We're going to be discussing that. And also, Social Security recipients are set to lose a partial amount of their SNAP benefits very soon. And unfortunately, some people receiving Social Security may not be receiving or be eligible for SNAP benefits altogether. So we're going to get into all the news plus a whole lot more in this video. Now, before I go ahead and jump into today's video, if you would like to receive up to 12 free stocks from my partner in Webull, I will go ahead and leave a link in a pinned comment below. Now, once you open an account with Webull, you will be receiving those first 2 free stocks. Then once you make a deposit of any amount, even as little as 1 penny, you'll then receive an additional 10 free stocks. This will be up to 12 free stocks in total. Now, once you receive these free stocks, you can always sell them for what they're worth. They'll probably be right around $50 in value at least. It could be a whole lot more than that if you're especially lucky, and then transfer that money back to your bank account if you do not wish to invest at this point in time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this video for today. So this is from CNN. Pentagon tracking suspected Chinese spy balloon over the United States. The U.S. is tracking a suspected Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon over the continental United States, defense officials said on Thursday, a discovery that risks adding further strain to tense U.S.-China relations. Pentagon spokesman Patrick Ryder said the U.S. government has been tracking the balloon for several days as it made its way over the northern United States, adding it was traveling at an altitude well above commercial air traffic and does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground. Speaking on background, a senior U.S. defense official said senior military officials had advised President Joe Biden not to shoot it down due to fear the debris could pose a safety threat to people on the ground. We are confident that this high-altitude surveillance balloon belongs to the People's Republic of China, the senior defense official said. Instances of this activity have been observed over the past several years, including prior to this administration. While the balloon's current flight path carries it over a number of sensitive sites, the official said it does not present a significant intelligence gathering risk. The balloon is assessed to have limited additive value from an intelligence collection perspective, the official added. The U.S., the official said, is taking steps nevertheless to protect against foreign intelligence collection of sensitive information. We are also tracking what abilities it could have in gaining insights and continue to monitor the balloon as it was over the continental United States. Now, you have to wonder here, why exactly are we not shooting down this balloon? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. If we had a balloon that was for surveillance and we flew it over China, wouldn't you think they would be shooting down our balloon? I mean, they say here that this balloon cannot gather any type of intelligence. It can't gather any type of sensitive information. But would China fly a balloon over us if it was just for no good? Would they put in all that effort if that balloon had no ability to gather any type of sensitive information? I'm pretty sure China isn't stupid. I'm pretty sure that they're able to do a whole lot more with this balloon than what our U.S. defense officials are saying it can do. Maybe they know that, maybe they don't. But I'm pretty sure it is capable of gathering data, and it poses a safety threat. Now they say that if we do shoot the balloon down, that the debris that comes down with it could pose a safety threat. But what's going to pose a greater safety threat? This balloon gathering data, very, very sensitive data on us, or some debris, falling out of the sky and potentially, hitting someone on the ground? I don't know what type of damage that would do, if that did hit someone on the ground. I'm pretty sure if it was a plane or something, more dangerous, they would shoot it down, but they're choosing not to shoot this balloon down for whatever reason. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Now, one user on Twitter had an interesting conspiracy theory. Let me know what you think about this. He or she says that they're 90% sure that the Chinese spy balloon is one of these American. Like, what's more likely? China floated a spy balloon over the Pacific and it goes unnoticed until Montana, or, and stuck with me here, it's one of these. So this is from The Guardian. It says, Pentagon testing mass surveillance balloons across the U.S. The U.S. military is conducting wide area surveillance tests across 6 Midwest states using experimental high-altitude balloons, documents filed with the Federal Communications Commission reveal. Up to 25 unmanned solar-powered balloons are being launched from rural South Dakota and drifting 250 miles through an area spanning portions of Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Missouri before concluding in central Illinois. So you have to wonder, are these Chinese balloons? Are these balloons from China tracking us? Or is it actually the United States government tracking us? You have to wonder, if they're not shooting down the balloons, is it actually ours? Maybe that's why they're not shooting down these balloons, because it actually belongs to us. They were hoping that no one would notice them, maybe. And when they were noticed, they're saying, oh, it's just China. It's not ours. Interesting concept there. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. In some other news, this is from Fox News. Yesterday, they actually had a resolution where members of the House of Representatives, had to vote to condemn the horrors of socialism. Now, every single Republican voted for it, condemning that socialism is a terrible thing, that it kills millions of people every single year. However, according to Fox News here, and the vote resulted in actually 86 Democrats voting against the resolution. So a vote on language condemning the horrors of socialism split House Democrats on Thursday, which one Republican said reveals a soft spot some Democrats have for a political philosophy that has resulted in impoverishment and death for hundreds of millions of people. Republicans called up the resolution as a way to remind the public that socialist policies, which they fear have been creeping into American life after 2 years of Democrat control in Washington, go against the values on which America was founded. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise said Thursday that socialism is one of the most destructive ideologies in world history. As expected, the resolution split Democrats, as some have openly described themselves as adherents of democratic socialism. As a group, Democrats narrowly voted in favor of the resolution by a 109 to 86 tally, even though every Democrat who debated the bill spoke against the resolution. So 86 Democrats here are saying that, I guess, socialism is not this terrible thing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about that. So in some other news, regards to SNAP benefits and Social Security and how this all ties together, SNAP recipients will lose their pandemic boost and may face other reductions by March. SNAP recipients nationwide will stop getting pandemic-era boost after this month's payment, the Food and Nutrition Service announced. The emergency allotment provided an additional $95 or the maximum amount for their household size, whichever was greater. SNAP emergency allotments were a temporary strategy authorized by Congress to help low-income individuals and families deal with the hardships of the COVID-19 pandemic, the announcement explained. They're ending now because of the congressional action. 32 states plus DC, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands are still providing the boost. Their benefits will return to pre-pandemic levels in March. In South Carolina, benefits returned to normal this month. Emergency allotments had already ended everywhere else. Now, as far as Social Security goes, nearly half of the households that use SNAP also receive Social Security, and Social Security is the most common source of income for SNAP households. Most of those households should expect to see further reductions in their SNAP benefits by March. That's because of a dramatic cost of living increase in Social Security, which went into effect last month, some Social Security households may lose their SNAP eligibility altogether. So let me know in the comment section below if you're receiving Social Security and also SNAP benefits, if you're also seeing a reduction in what you're receiving for SNAP. This is very unfortunate because now you're going to have to use more of your income to buy groceries and everything like that just because these SNAP benefits have gone down. So this is very unfortunate, but let me know in the comment section below if this is something that's also happening to you. They quote, "When Social Security or any household income goes up, SNAP benefits go down," the announcement said. However, the households will still experience a net gain as the decrease in SNAP benefits is less than the increase in Social Security benefits. SNAP benefits also saw a cost of living increase in October of last year. Most of the 42 million SNAP beneficiaries are members of a working family, a person with a severe disability, or a senior citizen on fixed income, and about 1 in 5 are non-disabled adults with children. So again, I hate to see it. It's very tough, especially with prices as high as they are right now. Eggs are over $4. Meats are still high. Everything at the grocery store is still high. So in a time of very high inflation, to see these benefits reduced or some people not eligible for them altogether is just really, really difficult to see. Now, in some other news, according to CNN, once again, House passes a resolution to remove Ilhan Omar from her Foreign Affairs Committee seat. So, had a lot of Democrats upset about that. And this was mainly because of some of the anti-Semitic comments that she made over the past couple of years. So, for example, back in, I believe it was 2019, yes, 2019, Representative Omar again tweeted an anti-Semitic trope claiming it's all about the Benjamin's baby in reference to American politicians' support for Israel. And so because she was removed, one of her buddies in Congress, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she had this major temper tantrum yesterday where she's like, oh, it's ridiculous that she's removed from her seat. Republicans are all hypocrites. Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing the same thing and she's not being removed, yada, yada, yada. Well, the same exact thing happened whenever Democrats were in control of the House. Democrats were removing Republicans from their seats. So pretty much what goes around comes around. It's not a real surprise that we're having Democrats kicked off committees. When they were doing the same thing to Republicans, if you treat a person one way, you're pretty much going to get treated the exact same way once you lose power. So let's go ahead and watch this clip by AOC.
Thank you. Now, as a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Now, in some other AOC news here, because we just can't get enough of it. So recently, President Biden wanted to put a ban on gas stoves, saying it was terrible for the environment. Everything like that, yada, yada, yada. Recently, he's backed down from those claims, whatever, just because he's realized that now that people who are have less income to go out and actually buy an electric stove might not be the easiest thing for them. But anyways, last month, AOC, of course, took to Twitter, and she said that, did you know that ongoing exposure to NO2 from gas stoves is linked to reduced cognitive performance? This was in response to Ronnie Jackson saying that he'll never give up his gas stove. And, interestingly enough, it kind of backfired on her because people actually found some photos online from her live streams where she, in fact, actually has a gas stove herself. So what do you guys think? Do gas stoves result in reduced cognitive performance? Gotta wonder. And then, of course, we have this picture here from the Kamala Harris. also using a gas stove. Maybe she's on to something here. And another user, of course, found a picture of Dr. Jill Biden, the world's greatest doctor, also using a gas stove. So, an interesting thing by AOC there, a comment that was supposed to insult someone else actually ends up indirectly insulting members of her own party, including Joe Biden's vice president as well as Joe Biden's wife. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. But that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed the content in today's video and you would like to see more like it, make sure to give this video a like. I would definitely appreciate it if you would do so. And I will see you in the next video.